I'm the daughter of a survivor of a residential school. That's the main reason I don't speak my language, even though I'm doing this job to make sure the generation to come don't get this same wound that I carry.
Sarah Cleary is talking about working for the Regional Committee on First Nations Languages. Her work aims to preserve First Nations languages in Quebec. She says they're under threat as Quebec legislation is recolonizing Indigenous people in the province.
Let's say you speak Atikamekw. You can be educated in Atikamekw to a certain level, but the parent, they will remove their kids from Atikamekw to put them in French because they have the student, they will have to pass the French exam. So that create many type of issue like that where, well, there's an attack direct on our transmission of our language.
She says Law 14, which enforces French as the official language in Quebec, is an example of the ongoing colonization in the province. Quebec has the most First Nations people who can speak an Indigenous language nationally, according to Stats Canada. This data is from 2021, 1 year before Law 14 was adopted by the provincial government. This law doesn't only affect revitalizing the language, but affects access to essential services.
So let's say you want to go to the hospital and then you're a Cree woman who speaks Cree and English. Well, you go in the hospital in Quebec. Well, they will give you their services in French, so in a language that you probably don't understand.
Dans cette histoire, comme petite organisation, ça a représenté l'adoption d'une déclaration.
In the WAVES conference, Cleary and her colleague Valérie Boudreau presented the unique challenges for language revitalization in Quebec. The Regional Committee on First Nations Languages is appointed by the AFNQL to administer a funding program for First Nations languages in the province. She says these languages are being underfunded by Quebec.
This year, on the budget this year, they put $717 million for over 5 years for the protection of Quebec. Language and identity, many other million for the protection of the French language. And in this budget, the new budget for Indigenous language is zero.
The Office for the Minister responsible for relations with First Nations and Inuit in Quebec told APTN News the protection of the French language is not in opposition to Indigenous languages. The office added that Quebec is committed to working with First Nations to promote their languages while respecting their priorities and autonomy. Savannah Craig, APTN National News, Ottawa.